as he currently paces the NFL.
We are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of... And they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty for him.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back the rest of the passes, you're happy as well. Big time game.
We gave him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Rodgers. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Jaguars at 14-1 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Rodgers now on first down. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys
got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keith Brown becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. For this, the 2nd meeting of these 2 teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Back to throw now on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw again. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a home. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Rodgers. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things they talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Rodgers to throw once more. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over the football at the 35-yard.
Protect all the receivers in their patterns. It's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
They run for it with Hunt. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Was he close? Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here, the turnover on downs. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Chris Jones. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. This is caught. It's Brown. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Touchdown, Houston. Adam Thielen. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down.
He's got a man complete. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Butker on for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here. ticks to go in this first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. It's complete left side to Aguilar. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught by Thielen. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll look to throw again. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Completes it to Aguilar. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. We begin on this New Year's Day up in the Big Apple. Last night, they got to see the ball drop in Times Square. Today, they get Indianapolis taking on the New York Giants. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. The Colts trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head down the turnpike to see what's happening with the Eagles at home in Philadelphia. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And that one all tied against the visiting Steelers. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. These 2 clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. For the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On play action, Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So opening drive interception to begin the second half.
Just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And again, it's Chubb. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And some room to work. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 14. pickup for the Jaguars.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Hollywood, Marquise Brown from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not
That
mistaken.
does. That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here. It's caught by Aguilar. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now here's a throw that's complete, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Back to throw again. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter. Would be a bare net touchdown. And this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And trouble trying the middle here. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. 2nd and 3. And it's caught. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Back to throw. Step, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they looked like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play. And they got it right there, partner.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw, Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Rodgers throwing here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy who had the challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say there's been some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage has already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with a football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Come on.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This for all the marbles. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go through with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Jacksonville, they moved to a sparkling 15-1 with one game still to go in the regular season.
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my balls on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my